I can't wait to see your book that flaps.
I love my book that flaps.
Bring out your books, show us your goods, expose your shelf.
Shelf exposure from 49th Shelf.
I love all of Carol Shields' work, but I picked this one because this also fits in my theme of a fairly conventional woman. So on the surface we have this, she's a housewife, the character in here is a housewife who goes off to a quilt making exhibition and comes very close to being very badly behaved. And it's delicious the way that Carol Shields takes us to those edges and takes us in there a long enough time so we really feel how much that's present in our own lives as well, how we get to these moments that could go the wrong way. L.R. Wright, also known as Bunny Wright, who wrote a lot of mysteries. Love in the Temperate Zone is not a mystery. It's a story of an adult romance. Things are irritating, things go wrong. There's also a moment in here where there could have been a murder. So I thought, she's so restrained in this book. She holds back from that classic murder mystery sort of thing. This gorgeous book of short stories called So Beautiful by Ramona Deering. I had to put this in because there's a character in here who tells the main character in the story that she used to swirl her former roommate's toothbrush in the toilet twice a day. So, nasty little behavior from, again, an apparently average type of person.
Show us a book you've had either less than a month or longer than 30 years.
I've lost the dust jacket, Fishing with John, but I'll also show you the title page. It's all facts. It's facts about fishing, salmon fishing. Fact and fact and fact and fact.
I thought all you had to do was go stand in the stream and open your mouth.
Yeah.
That would be a very short book. Show us a book with a circle or square on the cover.
This book is also well over 30 years old on my shelf, Song of Luino, written by Silcott, East African writer. Book of poems. He wrote from the perspective of a wife. The details in here are so sharp and so shocking, and I was very young and just learning about writing, and they just struck me so dramatically.
Show us a book that made you angry.
The Silent Passage is all about menopause, and what made me angry is I'm going to show you this extremely short chapter. So it's a page and a third, and ends with heart disease, which is really just the intro to the next chapter called The Cheating Heart. So it's the treatment of it, which is just a little overly dramatic. It is that kind of book, though, telling women what to do, how to manage, and there's just an awful lot of instructions. And I don't like being told what to do.
Why do you still own it, just out of curiosity?
Good question. All the books I've kept, I have some kind of emotional connection to. And sometimes it's just a memory of how I felt when I was reading them. So it could be that.
Oh, this is my favorite one. Show us a book that flaps easily in your hand. So this is the satisfying flap.
This is...
Yeah, you don't have like a runner-up flapper, do you?
Jane Austen.
Yeah.
She's a good flapper.
Show us a book of personal essays that inspired you.
This is a fabulous book of personal essays by Susan Olding called Pathologies. It's Susan is not afraid. She goes deep. Each of these pieces is really digging into the part of her life that she's looking at. And I so admire that. Also, her writing is crisp and clear and beautiful.
So show us a book that features more pictures or illustrations than text.
Here we have Hare and Bear drawn airplane. This one has no words, so you have to make up the story. And here we have our characters, Hare and Bear, a happy pair, but they want to go on a trip. There's the luggage. They need an airplane. We start. It's basically an instruction book on how to draw. And the best page in the book I found was the end. They got to get on the plane, and I was always excited. My kids could go to bed. They were happy. I told them the story. Off they went.